Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for SUI price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. We are looking at SUI moving toward the upside, so we're gonna see in a close details what's going on, where are we heading, what is next. So basically, as an overview, of course, to remind you here with the scenarios that we might have, that we have, of course, a potential 1, 2, 3, and then a 4 and a 5 invalidated, of course, meaning you are looking here whether to an ABC as a zigzag finish 3 waves. You're looking for 3 waves down, still, of course, looking for this blue box potentially, and then moving toward the upside. Or we have, of course, a 1, 2 scenario, and then another 1, 2 finished hitting perfectly the minimum requirement 0.38 for a wave 2 and moving it toward the upside for a wave 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5. And that is, of course, the ultimate bullish scenario for SUI. Now, if we are bearish still, of course, after 3 waves down, you might see 3 waves up, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 toward the downside to finish here a bigger wave B. And that means, of course, it is 3 waves up, 3 waves down, and then a wave C toward the upside. Now, let's move, of course, inside the structure to see, of course, the last potential bottom here that we saw, of course, after an A, B, and a C. Toward the downside, or WX and a Y, we have bottomed exactly in this area, and currently we are looking at a potential, not yet, potential 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5. To be much more secured and much more confirmed that we are at least in a wave 3 here, you would like to hit at least the 1.27, of course, for a wave 3 here, because of course under this level you are still corrective in a zigzag, as of course potentially hitting only the 1-to-1 fib level here, where you can see the 1-to-1 fib level, of course, already exactly at this area. However, the beautiful thing is that you still, of course, have more to unfold, of course, for this scenario, where we are looking here at a potential 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 finished wave 3. Well, I preferably not, as I mentioned, but yeah, preferably to get one more high for this wave 5 clearer. Here is very choppy, so let's move inside it, by the way. As you can see, the 1, 2 has unfolded, another 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5. So basically, I would say in this case scenario, where we are looking at this 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5, it might have finished somehow a wave 3 exactly here. Yeah, so potentially a wave 3, and you're looking potentially for this wave 5 to be unfolding and then finishing a wave 3 with it. Yeah, and the wave C potentially, in case we are, of course, corrective. Always think in both case scenarios. So basically, if we have 1, 2, 1, 2 here, and you have wave 3 done, you're looking for a potential wave 4, 5, 4, and a 5, because you have double 1, 2s, and you might even hit with this, of course, even higher wave 3. Yeah, so the wave 3 might even extend to the 1.618. With it can extend even, of course, a wave C. Always think in both case scenario. The only difference between the impulse and the wave C is that you will get a 4, 5 in addition, meaning correction and one more impulse for a wave 5, and that will cover your wave 1, 2 here. And meaning 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 could be considered as a wave 1 here, and or of course a wave A. And in this case scenario, we remove, of course, that bearish scenario only in case we get this one additional wave. After this, what to expect? Of course, it is a 3 waves down and then continuation for a bull market, bull run for SUI. Yeah, so these are the potential scenarios in the bullish. In case we are bearish, you would like to see, of course, a finished wave 3, potentially a little bit higher can be possible. And this will bring, of course, your wave C toward the downside here, and then finishing 3 wave corrective as A, B, and a C. Now, basically, if this happened, what it would be the reaction? 3 waves down, 3 waves up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, covering again the bearish scenario that we saw, of course, on the daily here, which it might hit again the blue box, of course, between the 0.5, 0.618, which is the golden box actually for a wave 1, 2 here, and then continuation toward the upside. Also a golden box, I would say, for a flat wave B or a zigzag wave B. So yeah, we have to be careful, of course. Nothing is 100% confirmed that it is a bullish scenario unfolding. It is true that we're looking still for higher, but we're still looking for the reaction after this high, right? This, what does it matter? Because if you take one more high, you still can be in a wave C. As you remember, the only confirmation is F4 and F5 after it, finishing a wave 1. And then, okay, we can consider we are in a potential bull run after, of course, this correction, and then, of course, an impulsive and explosive wave toward the upside to unfold. Basically, this is the reading for SUI for the bullish and the bearish scenario. Let's take a look as well at KGT for SUI to see after this correction, are we still looking for higher? So let's start with the biggest time frame here for SUI on the 15-minute chart. As you can see, we have, of course, a bearish signals here. However, it is a very confirmedly invalidated, of course, with this move towards the upside. A big invalidation giving a much more advantage for the bullish scenario here, divergence, which it is opening very clearly, of course, as a divergence with the price action. And of course, in a bigger time frame, you are still looking therefore for higher, and even that you saw a several invalidation of a bearish signal. All these bearish signals are invalidated, giving, of course, higher potential that SUI might unfold a bullish scenario or bull run. Now, on the 1 hour chart, of course, we can see still there is a sell pressure from this area, and we see, of course, a bearish signal. But of course, still, yeah, to be analyzed with Elliott wave here. Yeah, so here the 4 and a 5 would be the answer. If you get 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5, you got your 5 waves toward the upside. You got your impulse. You got your wave 1. Right? And therefore, okay, this bearish signal can get some power for your wave 2, creating a new bullish signal after wave 2, and then moving towards the upside. On the lower time frame, of course, we see a huge volatility, of course, a huge volatility as well with the KGT. And we see, of course, that the price right now is a little bit much more convergent with the CVD, meaning potentially this, this correction might get one more low before moving toward the upside. Yeah, we might get lower to create a divergence again, and then before moving toward the upside. So be careful as well from an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 that it might unfold here as an A, B, and a C expanding flat. Meaning on the chart, on the 15-minute chart here, you potentially have the following scenario: A, B, and a C. Yeah, so be careful with it, which is an expanding flat here. Let me put this here as a scenario. Your target for a wave 4, by the way, let's make sure that there is a good understanding for this. So we have a wave 2 here. Your wave 4 target would hit the following. Yeah, so you would like to hit the 0.23. Obviously, we did not hit it yet, so therefore, yeah, it's still requiring to hit this level before moving toward the upside. Therefore, blue box would be exactly at this area to finish a wave 4, wave C. That was it for SUI. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. Don't forget to follow on X. We have updated FET today on X, so don't miss these updates. And next are coming much more. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.